Final Fantasy XIV is a fairly popular MMO that has been gaining more and more traction through the years. Now, since many people are constantly joining, I decided to put together 10 tips that could help you start your 14 journey. These tips are in no particular order and hopefully help at least one person. Now, before we start, I just have to mention that according to my YouTube statistics, 99.9% of you aren't subscribed, so you better do it right now. Starting with tip number 1, which is just setting up your keybinds, your HUD, and asking for help when you need it. The community is very kind and helpful for the most part and will generally help you whenever you need it. And setting up your keybinds in your HUD to a comfortable spot for you is just going to be extremely helpful for later on and just generally playing. Tip number 2, which will be just to do your MSQ. The MSQ is going to be the best way to get experience, money, and armor and weapons for your main job. Once you finish the MSQ, you'll have access to almost everything. The only thing you'll have to do at that point is just to do all the side quests, or the side quests required to do and access that content. Tip number 3 is to explore everything, and I mean everything. You'll want to run around the map in every expansion after the base game so you can unlock these aether currents that allow you to fly around in those areas. And you also 100% will want to try out all the jobs to find one that you genuinely enjoy. And you can do that right at level 15. Certain classes, of course, will require you to have a job at a certain level before you can even unlock them. Tip number 4, use food and potions. Throughout the story and every side quest you do, you can acquire some food and potions from completing your quests. The food itself will give you a certain percentage more XP throughout its duration, and potions will be extremely useful when you're just not getting heals or you're on your own to stay alive. Tip number 5, do your challenge and hunting logs. Your challenge and hunting logs are a great way to earn XP for your alt jobs or even for your main job to get it just that much higher. Tip number 6 is don't be afraid to do content. Some people are afraid of just going into certain contents because they think that they're skill just isn't good enough. But if you think about it, really, most people, because the community is so helpful, don't mind you being new to the content, as well as just don't care about what you're doing. Tip number 7, always read your skill descriptions. The skill description will always tell you what the ability does and should clear up any confusion on what you're told it does or what you think it does. Tip number 8, use the community finder. The community finder is a great way to find a group of like-minded people and even an FC if you're looking for one. Tip number 9, do the Hall of the Novice. You just walk up to any of the smith in any of the main cities and it'll teach you how to do your class and role. Once you finish all of these quests, it'll give you a ring that gives you bonus XP and some good level 15 armor. And my last and final tip is to have fun. If you're playing Final Fantasy XIV, you should be playing it to have fun. Don't worry about what other people are thinking of you. Don't worry about what you're doing. Play how you want to at your own pace. Do what you want. RP, be a crafter, sell things on the market board, or just do PvE on your own. Maybe even do some PvP. All that matters is that at the end of the day, you're having fun.